Club. Welcome to the Denver Radio Club Net being held on repeater W0TX. This is a meeting held on air every Sunday evening at about 8:30. Good evening. My name is Bill, and my call sign is Kilo Echo Zero Yankee Kilo Victor, KE0YKV. I will be your net control station transmitting from Lakewood, Colorado. If there is any emergency or priority traffic during this net, say break at any pause, and the net will be suspended until the emergency or priority traffic is completed. This net is for Denver Radio Club members and all interested radio amateurs. We're here to share information concerning any ham-related activities. Regular meetings of the DRC are held on the third Wednesday of every month at 7 p.m. These are held online or in person. For more information, they are also streamed and archived on YouTube.com Denver Radio Club. The next meeting will be held this coming Wednesday on the 20th. I have heard no talk of a program yet. This net is for Denver Radio Club members and all interested radio amateurs. We're here to share information concerning any ham-related activities. Regular meetings of the Denver Radio Club are held on the third Wednesday of every month at 7 p.m. And I just realized I was repeating a paragraph. I'm sorry. An Elmer session is held at 6 p.m. just prior to our monthly meetings. This session addresses any amateur radio questions you might have. So whether you are new to amateur radio or interested in some new application of amateur radio, this is a session where you can get help. Also, every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m., except for the third Wednesday when we have our monthly meeting, there is a learning net held on 145.490 megahertz and 448.625 megahertz. This is another area where you can get answers for your amateur radio-related questions. When we get to the check-in portion of the net, you can follow along if you would like to visit the W0TX.org check-in. There is a spreadsheet that shows the current check-ins along with the basic info about the callers. And again, it's W0TX.org/check-in. As a general interest club, we provide emergency communication for the Salvation Army, the City of Wheat Ridge Police Department, the City of Lakewood Police Department, and West Metro Fire District. We are always looking for members who would like to participate in this support. Please contact our club president if you would like to help. Our current president is Kevin Schmidt, K0KPS. Kevin's telephone number is 303-475-9234. The Denver Radio Club website is W0TX.org. Again, Kevin's telephone number is 303-475-9234. The Denver Radio Club also participates in the ARRL Volunteer Examiner Program. If you have a need for VE testing, our VE team is available to support you. Please contact our VE team lead, Robert Pickett, K0 Romeo Alpha Papa, at K0RAP@W0TX.org. The Denver Radio Club stands ready to support VE testing for large or small groups, including groups of 2 or more people. This is the Denver Radio Club Net, W0TX, and this is KE0YKV serving as net control. Are there any special announcements or bulletins for the net this evening? If so, please call now.
0ETV. Lance?
Go ahead, Lance.
Good evening, gentlemen. Mile High VE team ran a test session a week ago from yesterday, and we awarded 6 new techs and 1 upgrade to general. And 0ETV, back to net control.
Thank you, Lance. Before regular check-ins, I would like to welcome and invite any visiting radio amateurs to check into the Denver Radio Club Net this evening. During this and other nets, a 100 Hz PL repeater access tone is required. You can use either 145.490 megahertz with a minus 600 kilohertz offset, or 448.625 megahertz, 449.350 megahertz, or your DMR repeater on 446.7875 with a minus 5 megahertz offset. Okay, let's see. This is really new information here. For the last 446.7875, that's time slot 2. In addition to an all-starlink node 42851, echolink node 4140, or DMR BrandMeister talk group 310804. Are there any visiting radio amateurs who would like to check into the DRC net tonight? Please call now. Okay, I'm now going to take regular check-ins in groups. Please let me know if you have any traffic when you check in. First, radio amateurs who call suffixes begin with the letters A through E, that's Alpha through Echo, your call sign and name, please. Okay, all I'm getting is some general noise. Is there anyone out there trying to contact me?
W0TX repeater.
Okay, next I'm looking for anybody for F through J, Foxtrot through Juliet. Your call sign and name, please.
W0GV, Jerry, Westminster.
06 Hotel Juliet Victor, K6HJV, Tom Arvado.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Foxtrot Papa India, Ron Lakewood.
Okay, we're stopping there for the moment. I got W0GV, Jerry. I got K6HJV and KF0FPI. Also, it sounded like someone was trying to come in, but all I heard was about one word. It was indistinguishable, so if you tried calling after Mr. FPI, please let me know. Okay, is there anybody else F through J? Okay, next, I'm looking for anybody calling in from Papa through Tango, P through T. Your call sign and name, please.
Whiskey, Whiskey, Zero, Lima, Foxtrot, Orland and Golden, no traffic, over. Whiskey, Zero, Tango, Romeo, Mike, Tom and Aurora. November 0, Tango, Romeo, Papa, Jim in Lakewood.
Okay, let's see. I got Orland, WW0LF. I got W0TRM and N0TRP. Okay, is there anyone else in this category? I believe it's Papa through Tango. Okay, now I'm going to look for the end of the alphabet, uniform through Zulu, U through Z. Please call in now. Okay, now I want to open it up to the entire alphabet. Please call in now with your name and call sign.
Whiskey Bravo 2, Sierra Hotel, Romeo. Stand in Denver, no traffic. Oh, Charlie 0, Charlie Zulu, Bob and Thornton.
Kilo 1 Delta Bravo Charlie K1 DBC Daron. Also checking in Kilo 0 Bravo Fox and Rodney, no call sign. K1 DBC, K0 BF, and Rodney.
Okay, let's see. I've got WB2 SHR, and then the person who ended up with Charlie Zulu, your first letters came in unintelligible, so could you please repeat them?
Kilo Charlie 0, Charlie Zulu.
Next, I got K1 DBC, and then I kind of fumbled the letters for the second call-in from Daron. I got K0.
Thank you. Kilo 0 Bravo Fox, K0 BF.
Okay, is there anyone else who wants to call in right now, or can we move on?
Kilo Echo Zero Oscar Sierra India Tom Highlands Ranch, no traffic.
Kilo Foxtrot Zero Alpha Whiskey Charlie Brian Centennial, no traffic.
Okay, I got KE0, OSI, and Brian. Next, I'm going to invite President Kevin to pass on some words of wisdom to us.
Thank you, Bill. This is Kevin K0 KPS. Bill, thanks for taking the net tonight. First of all, I want to acknowledge Daniel, KF0WXE. Looks like he's a new tech, and it appears as he just got his tech license last month. So congratulations on the achievement. You'll certainly enjoy the hobby, and as a club, we can certainly offer any assistance that you may require in your pursuit of the hobby. So don't hesitate to join us on our club meeting on the 20th at 1800 hours local, 6 o'clock, for the Learning Net. If you have any questions, we can certainly answer them at that point in time.
W0TX Repeater.
Like Bill mentioned, we do have the club meeting on the 20th. The Learning Net is at 1800, and the club meeting starts at 1900, 7 o'clock. I believe we have a guest speaker out of Vancouver, Washington, Whiskey Zulu 8 Tango, David, who will talk about low Earth orbit satellite communications. So it should be a good topic. We are waiting for confirmation on the venue, and if we get that, we will post an email that we can also hold that as an in-person in a hybrid event. So keep your eyes posted for the website and also on our W0TX homepage for any updates on that information. And that's going to be this Wednesday, the 20th. Next, the Parker Radio Association, a ham radio club out of Parker, Colorado, has graciously invited all of the Denver Radio Club members to their parking lot rodeo. And for those of you that don't know, the rodeo is an opportunity to show off some equipment, setups, vehicles, etc. And it's going to be held on this Saturday, the 23rd, from 8 in the morning until noon at the Hidden Mesa Trailhead parking lot. And that's in Franktown. The address is 3217 Colorado 83. And if you're interested in showing up and you have equipment that you want to show, they do appreciate a notification that you'll be coming. Tom, Kilo 0, November, India, Lima. His phone number is 303-994-8068. He can certainly give you additional information, and that's this Saturday, the 23rd, at the Hidden Mesa Trailhead parking lot. If you go to the W0TX homepage, there's the calendar, and the event shows up this Saturday. You can click on the event, and it'll give you additional information, and it will give you the Google map pin, for that parking lot. So I would invite all of you, if you have the time, to stop on by, stop on by, say hello to some of our fellow amateurs from the Parker Radio Group, and certainly see some of the...
Timeout.
I don't have any additional information. If there's any questions, comments, criticisms, or whatever, we can certainly take them at this point tonight. Otherwise, I will turn it back over to Bill. And this is Kevin, Kilo Zero, Kilo Papa Sierra, back to net control.
Thank you for your words of wisdom, Kevin.
M0 ETV,
Is there any other business for the net tonight?
Lance, I heard you calling. Go ahead, Lance. Yes, I got an email for me to pay my annual dues to the Denver Radio Club. When I went to pay them online, it looks like the only payment method is through PayPal. I canceled my PayPal account a year ago because of fraud perpetrated on the account. Is there any other way I can make payment? And Zooey TV. You can always mail a check to the W0TX post office box. That would get you in. And otherwise, I will let Daron know, K1DBC. He might have some other options available. So if Daron, if you have any comments on the membership, please chime in now, please.
W0LF.
This is K1DBC. Thank you for the information there. Actually, starting next month, we're going to be migrating away from PayPal. So we'll be using something called Stripe, but essentially just be putting your debit or credit card information directly on our website. So actually starting next month, Ryan, WR7F, one of the net controllers here, and Pete Sabansky, 8B8WN, and myself will be implementing Stripe onto our website starting next month. So an email will be coming out on that pretty shortly here.
WW0LF.
Orlin, is that you with traffic?
Just wanted to tell Lance there is another option on the W0TX website that you can fill out the form and electronically send the form in and mail a check to the. It gives you the full instructions on how to do it, so you can pay by check also over.
And Zooey TV acknowledge. And this is Kevin K0 KPS, back to net control, unless anybody else has comments, criticisms, or critique.
Thank you, Kevin. Okay, this is the Denver Radio Club Net W0TX, and this is KE0YKV, your net control station. Does anyone have any other comments, information, or business for the net? Please call now. Are there any late check-ins? Please call now.
Kilowatt 0, Delta Papa Romeo, all in a war.
Okay, I got you. Kilo 0 DPR.
Affirmative.
Okay, upcoming contests can be found online on the contestcalendar.com or at ARRL.org/contest-calendars. Two other reminders: the High Noon Net is daily at 12 noon, early check-ins at 11:30 on 7.240 megahertz, that's the 40-meter band, and Salvation Army's Saturn Net is at 1500 Zulu, or 9 a.m. Mountain Time, Monday through Saturday on 14.265 megahertz, that's 20 meters.
W0TX repeater.
You can find more information on the Denver Radio Club repeaters. Please see our website, W0TX.org/repeaters. Your support of the Denver Radio Club is greatly appreciated. If you would like to participate in any of the many club activities, please contact our club president, Kevin Schmidt, K0KPS. I would like to thank everyone for checking into the DRC Net tonight. Your support is greatly appreciated. I hope you all have a great week. 73, and tonight we had 19 check-ins. The net tonight is closed at, I'll call it 8:58. This is KE0YKV, your call sign, or, excuse me, I'm sorry, I flubbed that. This is KE0YKV, your net control station, signing out.
This is Kilo 1, Delta Bravo Charlie. If anybody's interested in sticking around, we can go ahead and play the ARRL audio news here in just a few minutes. This is Kilo 1, Delta Bravo Charlie. We'll play the ARRL audio news here in just a minute or two. If anybody's interested in sticking around, if you want to talk on our repeaters, you may want to head over to the 147.330 repeater for the next 10 to 15 minutes, and then the repeaters will all be available for regular use.
9 p.m. Weather conditions clear. Temperature.
Excellent.
50.
All right. Well, the first of our three virtual presentations this afternoon is Robert Jonk, WB0VGD. He'll be presenting an amateur radio HF channel sounder. Bob, take it away.
This is Kilo 1 Delta Bravo Charlie. Here comes the ARRL audio news.
Node 5-1.
This is ARRL Audio News, your weekly summary of news highlights from the world of amateur radio.
5-1.
I'm John Ross, K8IDJ, and this is the ARRL Audio News for Friday, May 15th, 2026. The Dayton Hamvention is underway, and you can follow ARRL at the Hamvention 2026 in Xenia, Ohio, for the latest news, photos, and highlights from the convention. You can visit our Facebook photo album throughout the weekend as we add new images from the ARRL exhibit area and from throughout all of Hamvention. And if you're attending Hamvention, be sure to stop by the ARRL booth in building number 2. That's the Tesla building. Youth on the Air, YOTA, known for programs such as YOTA Camp and other activities that enrich the amateur radio experience of young hams, has a full schedule of activities for this year's Hamvention at the Greene County Fairgrounds and Expo Center in Xenia, Ohio. YOTA booth number 4304 in the Volta building, that's building number 4, will have volunteers on hand to answer questions about youth activities, and will have free items for youth while supplies last. All young hams and their siblings are invited for a free youth lunch during social hours at noon on both Friday and Saturday in the Booth Talks area. That's right behind the YOTA booth. Several forums and booth talks will help young attendees connect with all the other youth at Hamvention. HamSci will present Gary Minigan, AF8A, who will lead a booth talk and Q&A session entitled Careers in Engineering, Unlimited Opportunities. Amateur Radio on the International Space Station, ARRL, will also have a booth nearby, with events happening on Friday and Saturday. More information is available at YOTA's webpage, including the latest schedule of speakers and topics from HamSci and ARRL, and listings for many other youth activities at Hamvention, no matter who sponsors them. The Barnstable Amateur Radio Club, BARC in Massachusetts, has adopted a Cape Cod Coast Guard station for what is now hoped to be a new amateur radio initiative. ARRL New England Division Assistant Director Rob Lydon, K1UI, said the process all started in early 2025 with the club's technician license in a week class at the U.S. Coast Guard Station Chatham. We began testing Station Chatham, but at the time, no Coast Guard members were involved, said Lydon. However, during the February 2026 Cape Cod blizzard, there was a breakdown in normal communication and an extended loss of power. Local amateur radio repeaters using emergency power generators and large-capacity battery banks provided a lifeline for snowed-in hams, shelter operations, and the National Weather Service reports. Coast Guard members showed an interest after they became aware of the contributions of Cape Cod areas to the emergency response operations coordinated by the Regional Emergency Planning Committee. On April 25th and 26th, 2026, the first class was held for Coast Guard enlisted personnel and was unique in two ways. As part of the most recent initiative and in recognition of their service and the temporary lack of funding from the Department of Homeland Security, all FCC and ARRL VEC exam fees were underwritten by BARC, and all ARRL technician license manuals were provided by ARRL Eastern Massachusetts Section Manager John McCombie, N1IZL, at no cost to the students. 8 enlisted petty officers at the station attended the technician course and all successfully passed the exam. A second licensing class planned for early June will include additional enlisted personnel. For most of my crew, this was their first experience with the loss of all of the utilities that we barely give a moment's thought to until they are lost, said Chatham Coast Guard Station Officer in Charge Ross Comstock, KE5BM. Now the crewmen who have successfully earned their licenses are exploring all of the different paths to amateur radio. And in the spirit of ARRL's Year of the Club, the ARC hopes that other clubs will adopt local military installations and hold license classes, both as a way to show appreciation for service provided by these young men and women and to attract new young people into amateur radio. This type of relationship is what we talk about all the time, said ARRL Emergency Communications and Field Services Director Josh Johnson, KE5MHV, Relationships are one of the keys to a healthy club and areas groups and amateur radio as a whole.
W0TX Repeater.
ARRL has extended the deadline to May 31st, 2026 for nominations to honor outstanding work that advances amateur radio through media and public relations. The Bill Leonard Award honors 3 professional journalists or journalistic teams each year whose outstanding coverage highlights the enjoyment, importance, and public service value of the amateur radio service. The award was created as a tribute to CBS News President Bill Leonard, W2SKE. Nominations are judged by members of the ARRL Public Relations Committee, and the final decision is made by the ARRL Board of Directors at their second meeting in July. The annual award honoring Phil McGann, WA2MBQ, is given to an amateur who has demonstrated success promoting amateur radio to the public. McGann was a journalist who served as the first chairman of the ARRL Public Relations Committee, which helped rejuvenate the organization's commitment to public relations. The award was established by ARRL and friends in the New Hampshire Amateur Radio Association. Public relations activities for which the McGann Award is presented include efforts specifically directed at bringing amateur radio to the public's attention and most often the media's in a positive light. You can see the nomination information and details at arrl.org. FIR Communications is now serving the ham radio market once again. According to their website, the Urban Beam, Big IR, and Small IR verticals and 3 and 4 element Yagi antennas are available for online purchase. Their DB series products are available but must be scheduled to fit within the production schedule at their commercial operations. CEO John Bertel said in a recent Group I.O. post, "We never left ham radio because we wanted to. We did it because what we had been successful at for so many years in the ham market was not working anymore." And now a year later, they have a stable, growing commercial business platform, key commercial partnerships, and they feel they can responsibly start going back to their original roots. Martell added that though they're not exhibiting at the Hamvention this year, they have donated an Urban Beam to the grand prize pool. You can find their products and their parts on their website at Step IR. Tuesday, May 12th, 2026 was Puerto Rico's Amateur Radio Day. There have been many stories about the legacy of Joaquin Agusti and Jesus Pinero, as the first amateur radio operators on the island and founders of the Puerto Rico Radio Club in 1921. Because of Agusti's work, he was recruited to run Puerto Rico's first radio station, WKAQ, in 1922. This year highlighted another one of its founders, Luis Ditzter, amateur radio call sign 40I. In September 1922, Luis finished the construction of his station in San Juan, equipped with a 100-watt transmitter, and he began contacting radio amateurs in the United States for the almost daily sending of welfare messages. The feat caused a sensation and was reviewed in the ARRL's QST magazine in November of that year. And thanks to ARRL Puerto Rico Section Public Information Coordinator Angel Santana, WP3GW, for the information in this story. The National World War I Museum and Memorial continues to partner with area amateur radio operators to host special event station WW1 USA for Memorial Day 2026. This year's event will be Monday, May 25th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time at the Overland Park Christian Church in Overland Park, Kansas. Station operators will contact hundreds of other amateur radio operators across the world. Individuals are welcome to serve as a guest operator of WW1 USA at any time, with all guests receiving a special amateur radio operator certificate. Operating events from WW1 USA have been very successful over the years. During the 5 years of the centennial from 2014 to 2018, there were 19 events with over 27,000 contacts in all 50 United States, 11 of 12 Canadian provinces, and 133 countries worldwide. They acknowledged over 2,500 QSL cards and sent out 5,000 certificates. And as of 2021, there were over 100,000 lookups on QRZ. Contact WW1 USA for additional information and operating frequencies. Have you ever wondered what goes on behind the scenes during an Armed Forces Day crossband test? Well, the Battleship Iowa Amateur Radio Association, BIARA, has posted a YouTube video of this year's test on May 9th, 2026. You can watch that video, Armed Forces Crossband Test for Battleship Iowa, on YouTube right now. The Battleship Iowa ARA is an ARRL affiliated club. The American 250 W1AW portable activations began on 000 Zulu on Wednesdays and end at 2359 Zulu on Tuesdays. That's 7 days total for each activation. And here's the updated list. May 20th, Connecticut W1AW/1 with the host W8CY, and Missouri W1AW/0 with the host N0AX. On May 27th, 2026, Colorado W1AW/0 with the host K1DDN. And on June 3rd, 2026, New Jersey, W1AW/2 with the host NP4H. And on June 3rd as well, Oregon, W1AW/7 with the host N7JI. You can see complete schedules for all of this at www.arrl.org, America 250-WAS. Bruce Page, KK5DO, is here now with this week's AMSAT report. Bruce?
Thanks, John. For everyone who uses Keplerian elements to update their tracking programs, which are commonly called TLEs, which stands for two-line elements, the format will be changing soon. The new format will be CSV, KVN, JSON, or XML. And the reason is the current satellite numbering system can only have 69,999 satellites and is expected to run out around July 12th this year. Thus, the current two-line 80-column format is insufficient. You will need to make sure that your tracking program will be able to handle the new format. Some programs have already started to add the new format to be ready when the switch takes place. Space-track.org as well as celestetrack.org already offer CSV format as well as KVN, JSON, and XML formats. This is Bruce Page, KK5DO. Back to you, John.
And thanks, Bruce, for that report. Just ahead in radio sport this week, May 16th, the UNDX contest, that's CW and phone. May 16th as well, the NASART Sangster Shield contest, CW. And on May 16th and 17th, His Majesty King of Spain contest, that is CW as well. Remember to visit the ARRL contest calendar for more events and information. Upcoming section, state, and division conventions, June 5th through the 7th at CPAC, hosting the ARRL Northwestern Division Convention. That's in Seaside, Oregon. June 13th, Knoxville Hamfest, hosting the ARRL Tennessee State Convention. That's in Knoxville, Tennessee. And June 14th, it's the Breeze Shooters Hamfest, hosting the ARRL Western Pennsylvania Section Convention. That's in Butler, Pennsylvania. And remember to search the ARRL Hamfest and Convention database to find more events in your area. And finally this week, thanks to the Holmesburg Amateur Radio Club in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, for airing the ARRL audio news on their repeater. 7-3.
And that concludes ARRL Audio News for this week. Our thanks to all contributors to this week's report. ARRL Audio News is produced by the American Radio Relay League, the National Association for Amateur Radio. For more information on amateur radio or the ARRL, visit us on the web at arrl.org. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter by searching ARRL. If you have a question or comment about ARRL Audio News, email us at audionews@arrl.org. This program is copyright ARRL, all rights reserved. 73, and thanks for listening.
information about this amateur radio, voice over IP audio news service is on the web at arrlnews.rfnet.link.
Thanks again to anyone watching here. You all have a good week. We'll see you next week.